It has already been a year. I You probably didn't expect this type of video to be on the main platform, but here we are. And why am I posting this on the main platform? Well, because I feel like for the 700 people that follow me on this page, you guys deserve an update video. It's kind of expected at this point, given the lack of gaming Trouge content on this page. And this is completely unscripted. I have a couple bullet points pulled up on a notepad, literally just 5 things that I feel like I just have to get through, and I feel like just talk to the mic. This year was supposed to be a great year for Gaming Trouge because it's the 10-year anniversary of the brand of Gaming Trouge. I started the Gaming Trouge brand back in 2016 to try to make some form of an identity of myself. And since then, we have done multiple game reviews. We have done multiple live streams. We've gotten ourselves into a bit of controversy, not in like the bad sense, but just idiots online basically trying to stir up crap, and I ended up more or less putting them into place, ended up taking some punches to the gut as well throughout all of it. But we ended up becoming better, and we ended up making this into something that I still love doing all these years later. And in 2016, I was going through a significant loss of someone that was very close to me in my family. And I can only laugh. I can only laugh that apparently history likes to repeat itself. Because this year is also a very tough year. If you've seen the personal love letter to Mario 64 that I put out on the page, you guys know about my grandfather. And my grandfather is unfortunately no longer here with us. They ended up leaving. I think it's like a week ago at this point. All sense of time is gone, and it's just, bro. I don't know. Grieving is hard, dude. Grieving is so hard. I still don't know how to fully process this. At the time of recording, it is May 29th, 2026. My family just got done having a bonfire, kind of talking about my grandfather. Because obviously, I won't get into personal history and oversharing with everybody here. It's one of those things where, like, family turmoil and bunch of random nonsense that has split my most of my family on my dad's side for a while, and I've had my own thoughts with this, and I feel like I can't express my thoughts without people thinking, oh, you're just saying, you're just a kid, you just remember only the good times, you didn't actually know the person that I knew growing up. And it's like, it sucks, dude. It really freaking sucks. And it's just, it's one of those things where I'm like, you guys should definitely know what's going on. And obviously, I want to tell you everything. I'm not going to tell you everything because that's cringe. I'm not going to tell you literally everything about my freaking family life, but a loss this significant, and already when my grandpa went to the hospital the first time, was like one of the first struggles I had with this creative block of like putting out content. I didn't really have the drive to keep doing what I love doing. And then came an utterly disaster. If you've been following the True Stash page, you may have realized there's a certain character that I have dubbed Otterly Numnut, and that's how I'll be referring to him as in this video, because Otterly Numnut is someone that has also been dragging me through like the deepest, darkest parts of like the YouTube scene, and just like constantly trying to fight and cause mischief and make problems to peaceful people that are just trying to live their lives. And it's just, it's tiring. It's freaking tiring. I haven't had a chance to like actively sit and do the things I want to do without thinking of this guy and his very toxic community that just follows him tooth and freaking nail. If you've seen the last community post I made, as well as the last video I made on Trouge, you guys probably know all that fun stuff with that whole arc. So links down below to all that. But what I'm trying to get at here is that during all of this, my grandfather died, and of course, people from Numnut's community decided to go and try to use that and try to attack me with a loss of my family. I don't care anymore. I don't care if they are from Noah's community or they're not from Noah's community. Me personally, that was like, wow, seeing that someone would stoop that low to try to attack someone when they're going through something, actively trying to take a break from the media sphere. And it's like, whoa, you can't do this. You can't do this to me. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because like I'm trying to grieve, and I get notifications on my phone that people comment all this stupid crap, and I'm just like, dude, I'm done. I'm mentally checked out. So you can consider this the last, I guess, official Otterly Noah or Otterly Numnut. He doesn't get his username. He's Otterly Numnut here. You don't get any more videos or posts unless if you do something extremely crazy. Because at this point, people that have been covering him, people that have asked me for certain stuff, like I could still talk about this. I'm choosing not to keep doing it because I have other things to do, and you already dug yourself a giant hole, and you're trying to now rewrite history, which I'm sorry to say, Numnut, you are failing horribly at this. And it's so funny because I have made so many connections through this that at this point in time, there's no way you can actively do this and get away with it. People are going to see this, and people are only going to know what to do. So, I mean, at this point, if you really feel like that strongly about me being like this crazy online creator, a 700 channel that's a crazy online creator that's doing nothing but making video game content, like, and has actively avoided this type of content and told you directly that this content is not good, and multiple VCs, like, bro, if you really want to handle this, I still offer that boxing match. I will get in shape. I will put in all the effort. And if someone wants to host a boxing match, I will be in that boxing match because I want to prove a point. I want to prove a point that you can't keep getting away with nonsense, and I will actively give you this open invitation for a boxing match. Obviously, it's not street boxing or anything. I want to do like an actual sectioned, organized boxing match. I want to give everybody the fair shake, and I want to throw hands. I want to get in shape. I want to actually like be awesome. I want to be able to do something besides just like make music and make videos on video games. Which video game stuff is cool, and like making music is cool, but I want to go one step above. And I want to be able to actually prove by like making my body something really nice, and also be able to use it for something like cool, like boxing. Like boxing's pretty chill. And so, Ollie Noah, if you want me to shut up about this, if you actively want people to shut up about this, organize a boxing match, and I'll take you up on that. I want to do it for a bag. I'm not doing it for free. I'm not doing it for whatever. We have to actually put money on the table, and obviously you're not going to agree to it. You're too busy with your job. You're too busy with your job to do stuff like that. Despite the fact you're constantly in your Discord, 24/7. And I'm not just doing this for me at this point. I'm doing this for everybody you flicked over. I'm doing this for my grandfather, and I'm doing this to prove a point that you can't keep punching down to small creators that you dislike. And, you know, I defended you a lot of the time, but you still don't see any of the, like, the moment that someone has something actively, like, the moment that someone tells you, hey, you're stupid, hey, you actually don't know what you're doing, you immediately turn, not hearing them out, trying to tune them out, trying to change the conversation. Uchimaru, you stuck in the snakes. And yes, I will continue to use the Naruto references, because they're not corny. What's corny is copyright striking videos. I'm just using analogies to prove a point. So, anyway, why did I bring up Otterly Numnut to begin with this? It's because when my grandfather passed away, obviously, someone from Noah's, like, either adult, a troll, what it could be, I don't care. Someone using Noah's drama went to me and started attacking me and they don't care that my grandfather passed away. So, at this point in time, like, if this is the type of people you condone, who is constantly, like, harassing me, like, then I want to settle this with a boxing match. That's my open invitation to you. The other two options are simple. Either just, like, delete your channel and move on and, you know, actively do your job in the film industry, or man up, apologize to everybody, and actively give out the money that you essentially stole by having the biggest viewed video on your platform and, like, all the crazy nonsense. Get on your hands and knees and beg people to actively give you another chance. And even then, you're not going to get everybody, because that's not how this world works. But yeah, then the third option, if you just want the fade, I'm always down to win the fade, and I want to be able to prove to not only the people that my fans, as well as just everybody that has watched me and helped me build a platform for over, like, 10 plus years, but also people that have actively cheered for me. And I'm not even just people that cheered for me specifically, for everybody that I've, like, dealt with Numnut's bullcrap. Like, that's the people I do it for. And so, if you want to fight me, you know where to look. But in other news, so with that out of the way, I want to make this video primarily just to address where I've been on this page, especially if you don't follow the Trouge stash page and or my Twitch streams and whatnot. But also, I want to make this as a kind of a thing just to kind of talk to you guys about my feelings about my grandfather, because it has affected my work ethic to, like, actively make videos. So what is future videos? What are we doing? What is the future projects now in the works? Well, I can at least say for one project in the works, I have everybody's audio now. I can go into editing and actively work on it. That video, though, is going to be a little bit different, and so it's a little bit something out of my comfort zone. So until I can get that fully, like, I can actually lock in and, like, focus wholeheartedly on it, that video is getting pushed back to a later date. I'm not giving up on the video. There's been people that have sent me audio files that have done the voice recordings I needed. Those people are still there, still saved, will still get credited, all that. Just, I need time to ease myself back in. I need a simple project to do that will get me, like, back into the right mindset and not overwhelm me with a lot of this nonsense, and just move forward. That's the best thing I can do. And the best way for me to do that is to do something a bit shorter, a bit more simpler, because the video topic in question that I'm working on is involving movies, which I know that, movies, that's super easy to do. I don't really review movies, like, at all, and I want to make sure I'm, like, and whenever I'm editing this, I want to make sure, like, I'm, like, not using too much clips. I want to make sure I have all the movies available that I can actively edit, because getting movie files is raw. But yeah, I just have to ease myself back into content creation, and definitely a project to the size I'm making this video, it's going to be a bit of a bigger end video. So that's going to be like my big summer project, is this video here. And we're all approaching summer. It's getting ridiculously hot. I'm freaking sweating in this room. There's not really like central air in this room, which is stupid. There is an AC unit. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but there is an AC unit that's down there, like a little vent thing. It's not really AC unit, but like it's a little vent thing that like when the AC kicks in, it kicks in up here, but it doesn't stay cool for too long. So yeah, when it comes to like video editing projects and all that stuff, I still do stuff for the one and only Phineas, who is an amazing person. God bless that dude. Like, genuinely, God bless that dude. I am so grateful that I got to touch base with Phineas, because this guy is like the chillest person I've ever met on YouTube. He's super nice and caring. He actively is like telling me I'm doing a good job. I have a lot of self-doubt in general. And so just to hear like people like Phineas being like, hey, you're doing great. And even like when we have to change some stuff here and there, we're very good at communicating. And the projects we've put out so far have been some of my favorite video editing gigs I've done actually ever. And I've been like an editor since, I want to say, 2019, when I really started to like edit for other people, whether it be like people locally in my little neck of the woods, or just in general on a bigger scale like YouTube. Working with Phineas is amazing. And so maybe a future project will happen. At the moment, I don't really know. I haven't really talked to him about future projects or anything like that, but there is a high chance that a one and only Phineas video will get edited by me. I did tell him that I'm kind of like obviously going through this, and Phineas, if you're watching this, thank you so very much, man. Thank you for just the opportunity for me to edit for you. Thank you for being a genuine good person that cares for this staff, and I hope that we can continue to edit stuff, because it's fun. It's fun talking with you, dude. You're a chill dude. We may disagree with certain movies or like have different outlook on it, but like, dude, movie discussions are fun, dude. I just like talking. I just like talking and like hearing people talk about like movies and games. Like, it will just be like me and DMs. I'm just sitting there just like, yeah, dude. Like, it's just having a conversation. It's a boy thing. It's a boy thing. And so, yeah, very, very chill people. Very chill people. And so, yeah. I think that's everything I need to say. Future videos are going to be in development. They're going to be a bit more of a smaller scale videos. They're probably going to be like my Love Letter to Mario 64, while I'm in this room, which you guys are probably wondering, why am I all of a sudden in this room? I decked out all of downstairs and it looks nice. Well, the thing is that my roommate wants to turn that a bit more into like an active living room space. And so I decided to change this into like an active like office space, and it's like a far away from the house. It's chill. It is right next door though. My roommate is literally next door at the moment, so I can't stay up too late. And there's been times where I'm up here until 1 in the morning chatting with some friends, and so it happens. But I am going to get a bit more decked out. There's going to be a bit more cleaning stuff behind there, because you can just see there's like a broken TV behind me. There's like suitcase. I'm trying to like see all the crap that you guys can potentially see. A little random thing of wires that go to like a broken speaker. So I want to make sure it's like actively like a thing. But yeah. With that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being supportive of the gaming Trouge. Thank you guys so very much for being understanding with a lot of this stuff, because again, it's very sad. I don't know how it's super hard to talk about like my grandfather's stuff, because again, on that side of the family turmoil, it happens. I know everyone has their own type of like family and their quirks with that. I'm very exhausted. I'm very tired. It's hard to cry, honestly. It's very hard. It's a very hard time, and I'm not pushing myself to always do stuff on this page, and I know that's why like this is gonna be like months of just no content on this page, and that's why I always try to make stuff like Trouge like an active platform. I always try to make my music an active like thing that I'm doing. I try to live stream when my internet isn't crapping the bed and like completely destroying my ideas for streaming, which I do have plans on finishing Ocarina of Time. I might not get to Majora, but I really want to do Twilight because the new Dusk PC port came out. Holy crap, like guys, I gotta talk about this for a second. The Dusk PC port might be my favorite way of playing Twilight Princess now, and it's such a good port. It's such an amazing port of Twilight Princess. My buddy Ash, the Lammy VT, they've been doing Twilight Princess content for a while. That is their hyperfixation, is Twilight Princess. You bring up Twilight Princess, they can write a freaking Bible on why Twilight Princess is one of the best games ever. They do have a video in production. It's not gonna be like they're still doing like their own personal stuff as well, so like it's not like an active production, but it is something we're slowly chipping away at, and so they can get into a bit more of that when the time comes. But yeah, very very cool Twilight Princess port. I do want to get to that game at some point. I might make a slight gaming Trouge video on that in the future, because like I would have to obviously like play through the entire port, and Zelda is a little bit more longer than like the Project 06 port. But I want to do something a bit like that in the future for just other stuff in general. I love to talk about PC ports and video games because some of them, holy crap, they're really good PC ports, and it's just a cool era we live in for like retro games for a lot of stuff. But without that out of the way, yeah, next project is completely unknown. But I am going to be doing the movie project. That's what I'm doubling it. The movie project will be the big summer project. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it on this page. Yeah, dude, I don't do this unscripted because like most of my videos are like half scripted, half not scripted. I just have bullet points and I just ramble because like I have it in my head. Like this is a little behind the scenes on how I do videos. I have an idea in my head and I'm like, okay, perfect. I can actively like make this video, and then like I write down some stuff that I want to talk about, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna ramble because I know I've replayed it over in my head. I obsess of what I'm going to be talking about, and so that's how most of my script processing works. And I have went to film school, and they taught me how to actively like make a proper script. That was some of the worst. That was some of my worst like stuff, is actively working on scripts. Not working on scripts with people. With people it's like great working on scripts. I can't do that by myself. I feel very comfortable just with my bullet points and like actively going over my bullet points, and I mean it helps me this far, so you know. But with that out of the way, I think I'm done wabbling on. This is not going to be like edited at all, so yeah. Please show us the ones you hold close. Please show us the friends you make, be it online or IOL. Show us your loved ones when you can, because you might not know when the end might be. And Poppy, if you're watching this, I hope you. Well, I mean, I say how I hope you're watching this. This is my, I guess, my last letter to Poppy, which is my grandpa. Thank you for being the first friend I made. I have a huge thing with my friends. Like, I value friendship. It's so corny. It's so cheesy. It's in every single media out there. Power of friendship. But my grandpa was really my first friend I had in this life, and I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. And yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. But we gotta keep moving forward. We gotta value life, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I really don't know how to end this video, so I do apologize if you guys are just like, what is he doing? Like, there is a high chance if you follow Phineas, he does like the ramble reviews where he just like pops off on the mic. Great second monitor content, by the way. But anyways, I love you guys so very much. Have yourselves a fantastic night, and as always, keep gaming.